This is John Locke, and today we're answering a viewer question about duplicate content on social channels. This question comes to us from a Facebook group that I'm in. Somebody asked this question. I thought I'd answer it out. And the question is, I've got content on a website, and would it be considered duplicate content if I took that same section of content and put it on my Yelp profile? So anytime that Google sees the same content of a page, say you cut and paste a page and then put it on a website somewhere else, that would be duplicate content. Now, duplicate content actually happens a lot around the web already. A lot of sites that are set up, they're basically what they call scraper sites. They basically scrape content off of websites that are in a topical category, and then they just spit them out on their site automatically. Most of the time, Google's pretty smart to know what the original content is. They're usually going to know what was published first. So in most cases, I really wouldn't worry about it too much. If you're really super worried about that sort of duplicate content, you can also set up a profile on the DMCA, which is basically a way to safeguard yourself against copyright infringement on the web, and I'll leave a link to that in the show notes below. But back to the original question of, can you take content from your own site and put it on your Yelp profile? I would say that Google probably expects you to have content from your own website and have it appear on other platforms that are in your brand, like your Facebook page, your Google My Business page, your Yelp profile, things of that nature. I wouldn't really be too concerned about that because Google's not going to penalize you. Duplicate content is not really going to penalize your site if somebody scrapes your site. If somebody scrapes your site and then republishes your content, it's not that your site's going to get a penalty for having somebody else steal your content. It's that the site that has the duplicate content and that is scraping your content is basically going to be ignored and not rank as well as your original material. That's really the point of duplicate content. It's not the original site that's going to get hurt. It's the site that's trying to steal that content word for word that's basically going to be ignored because it's not adding anything extra to it. Google is usually pretty good about crawling all the sites on the web, and they know which one came first. Now, when it comes to your own brand, Google is going to expect that you have some degree of repetition of what your brand messaging is. So if you have the same 2 paragraphs or so that's your brand messaging that's on your website, and then it also appears on your LinkedIn company page or your Facebook page or your Yelp profile, that's really not out of the ordinary. Google is going to expect that to a degree, and no, you're not going to be penalized for that. It's not going to hurt your site. You're just staying on point with your brand messaging, and if you add the same things, Google understands that all these things are your brand properties. It's going to understand that you're going to want to have the same messaging points on different platforms within your brand. If you have an SEO question that you'd like to see us answer, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. We'll be happy to answer it out in a video for you. My name's John Locke. My business is Lockedown Design and SEO. We help industrial and manufacturing companies with SEO. We help them get more organic traffic from Google, and as a result, they get more RFQs. If you're getting value from this channel, go ahead and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. We're publishing at least 1 video per week. Peace. I'm trying to think here.